Management is the process of delivering goods from the manufacturer or supplier to the point of sale or the buyer. It includes activities and processes around packaging, inventory, warehousing, transportation, and delivery of goods. Effective distribution management is important because it organizes everything involved in getting the right product and quantity to the right buyer at the right time and in the most efficient way. In summary, distribution management increases inventory turnover, helps optimize business processes, and directly affects customer satisfaction and profitability.
Hi sir, I am here together with Dolores Cupin at Takoyati, Butuan City. We're going to interview the owner, Mr. John Michael Balastigi. So come on, let's go inside.
Good morning, I am John Michael Balastigi, the operations manager and one of the owner of Takoyati by Joel Cruz, Butuan. So the business actually is Japanese food hub. So it's more on Japanese cuisine. So we integrated the milk tea business also. So it's a franchise business from Manila. So mainly our products has takoyaki, milk tea, Japanese foods. Everything. The experience of doing business at this kind of business, no, it's good man. The response of the Butuan people are good because Japanese food and takoyaki is not new naman sa market. And also the milk tea, so it was not a hard business to market. Kasi everyone knows naman. So as to customer response, the response naman is positive. Kasi we make sure the service we provide is at the utmost the best din siya. How did we come up with the product? Originally, the plan was to build a business from scratch, and we were not planning to acquire a franchise. But we saw man the market it's feasible here in Butuan, so we grabbed the opportunity, and then the franchise is Joel Cruz, provided all naman, so it's it's very simple na lang kasi we put up a shop, then nag-train lang, so it's very simple na lang din siya. Production and but the costing, it's provided na from the franchise, so we cannot disclose it kasi the franchise contract has its limitations. And siguro as to basic resource control siguro for the demand and supply is the basic siguro they're doing. So how do we distribute? So we have channels, we have the social media, and also we were able to hand leaflets. So yung nag-open kami, and kasi the biggest or the major marketing strategy we're doing is the social media. So it's kasi most of us or most of the Butuanans sa Facebook, Instagram. So yun yung focus namin for the marketing. Yes, basically yes. Kasi if you're not going to analyze malugi ka, di ba? So it's the first thing you do na into doing business, di ba? So for example, kasi the franchise provided us prices, standard prices, but we analyze na it's not, it cannot suffice our expenses. So what we did is nagpatong kami sa ilahang original price, yes. So para ma-suffice lang din ang expenses. So that's it. How do we maintain? Yung constant updates on the stocks, and if ever you have problems talaga with the products from Manila, we always tell them, and para ma-minimize ang yung mga misunderstanding, diba? So communication, always updating sa mga things na relevant sa business. That's really the main objective, to build a stronger relationship between the yes, it's normal to have mga problems, issues sa business kasi you cannot foresee everything, di ba? So included din na siya sa iyong business plan na nandiyo percentage of error or mga problems dapat na gigahin para pa. So by this, if you have anticipated na there's a problem or there were unanticipated problems, so the way to fix it is fix it on right away, like yung nangyayari sa amin, yung sa delay ng deliveries, yung Manila is yung sa deliveries is nagka-problema kami kasi yung delivery courier namin is slow. So what we did is like naghanap kami ng iba para maka-deliver sa mo. So wala kami nagsalig kung katong ilang so we nakita biglaing channels para masolve ang problem. So kanang dapat proactive ka na to solve the problem outright para maiwasan mo na wala pa siya. Ang ako is, kung ang akong mahatag na advice is, if you're planning to do a business and you have the capabilities na dili mag-franchise, do not acquire a franchise. Kasi it's costly. Number one, it's costly. And also, there are problems ba na basig i-disclose sa inyo ang franchise or ano siya. So if you love to do a business, so do it from scratch. Find a suitable business for you na you love doing. Kasi if you don't love doing your business, it's useless. So I don't, dili mapod ko dili po sa ingon nga dili maayo mag-franchise, but there are also positive sides from franchise. For example, sa system. So the system is there na, you have to execute na lang. Unlike doing a business from scratch, di ba, is ikaw yung tanan plus tayo sa suppliers, pagulo na sa imong products. So sa franchise, it's automatic naman yun. So for convenience, mas prefer ko sa franchise. Pero kung gusto ka na you'll kuha ka ng from scratch yun, so mas maayos siya para dilisod ka magbahay para mo sa time na nalay para pa sa imong franchise,
By Jecyl Cruz, all the girls on takoyaki, all the boys on takoyaki, everybody loves takoyaki. means is a Japanese word for garments. Me, the owner, Christine Joel Ferraz, Cesar Suarez, and Tamijix Flores has decided to come up with that name through what our interest in, the same interest that about fashion and clothes.
It's more on clothes retail.
Clothes, yes.
Okay.
Describe your overall experience. So, the way I describe it, it's actually it's kind of hard. Labi na kuan, na times nga hinayang kita, labi na usahay pod nga dili exact ang amo expectation sa clothes or sa amo pagkuan, mapili nga mga tinda. Some of that product is the new trend today. Labi na ang karon nga uso na ang kuan, dili na kay more on branded clothes, labi na kanang also sa TikTok is mao ni ang muna okay dahil ilahang ikuanan ang through fashion bitaw ina through modeling to photos. So dira may naka-come up nga what if kani ang amoy tinda, what if kani kay kusog kaayo labi na sa mga uban ron nga isa pud sa kauban ako sa nga owner is hilig mo sa isa dancer, so uso sa ila ang mga windbreakers mga nana. Come up na mo ang business is gitunga naman tulo ang business plan namo is ako ang role is ako mag-come up sa mga pricing, sa costing, inana og unsay way namo para makuan na siya mabaligya. Then ang isa si Cesar Suarez, siya ang main nga mag-edit sa mga kuan, sa mga photos sa kuan, sa product, and katong si Tamijix siya ang mag-shoot sa mga products, and then kami tulo din magtinabagay ana niya mag exchange ni kuan ana kanang ideas. So ang among business is through online lang, online selling. So amo siyang gina-distribute through social media and tagging sa mga mong friends, pakuan na mong friends, patabang mi sila nga pa-share and like sa page, pa-follow inana. So magkuan mi ana, mag-limit mi og budget. So bali butang namo is so barato raman ang kuan thrift clothes karon, and magbutang may 2K mao na mong kuan gyud minimum. Mangita may pinakabarato nga baligi ay kuan mga ukay-ukay para mas the more ang mapalit, the more ang among matinda unya mas dako ang among mapatong anang kuan ginansya. We maintain our relationship with our suppliers through always may kakuan sa ila ga-update nga okay inyong kuan ma'am, inyong stock nga mo nakuha sa inyo kay is maayo nindot inana, then ginakuan na mo ang price maghangyo na mo mismo pero sakto lang makaginansya pud sila. Issues o problems sa isa kuan. Once magtukod kay kag negosyo na agid na yung mga challenges, mistakes, mga kuan, possible nga risk. So ang amo is mo make time nga mag-meeting, magtipok gid mi tulo nga unsa may way ani nga dapat kita tulo magkasundo, magka-okay ang atong mga ideas. Ma-advise na sa inyo is always gid nga kuan na may positive mind nga nay once nga hinay gid og kita, nay times nga bulto gid ang kusog sa kita, pero dili lang dem give up inana.
Choosing the right distribution channel is a very delicate decision, and now we know why. Let's spend a few minutes and learn about the different types of channels and how each is formed. When we talk about consumer products, we can pick from one of the following 4 options. Direct marketing channels. These comprise producers selling products directly to consumers. The advantage of this type of channel is the producer can establish a direct relationship with clients, own their data, and manage their experience. However, this comes at the expense of higher costs and organizational difficulties. Tesla is a great example of a company that sells directly to end users. To buy a Model S, you can simply order it on their website. This means cutting the middleman's margin. The price for the end customer is not increased due to dealers' commissions. Producers can involve retailers who will sell to final customers. So, for example, Walmart buys many products directly from producers. The company can do that because its trade volumes are enormous and it can reach out directly to producers. The third channel we have involves a producer, a wholesaler, a retailer, and final customers. This is a valid option for producers who sell their products to thousands of retailers and cannot manage the relationship with each of them. The retailers in this channel will be smaller shops or retail chains that do not have significant trade volumes and need the services of a wholesaler who buys from producers. And finally, the fourth channel is the one involving agents. It is useful for new products that need a stronger push. Agents can leverage their connections and strong sales skills, communicating with wholesalers and retailers and convincing them to try selling the new product. These are the 4 types of channels we can have when selling consumer products. What about industrial products? The picture we see here is very similar, isn't it? There is a slight difference in some channels used here. The direct channel is much heavier, as it accounts for over 50% of sales. This occurs because industrial goods are very expensive and have a high degree of customization, and it makes sense to have direct contact with the customer. Business clients prefer having direct contact with their supplier, even if it means a more expensive service. Their main concern is risks. Therefore, they are unwilling to lose valuable time when implementing a solution. The other 3 channels are similar to the ones we saw for consumer products. We can have a distributor or an agent who serves as a link between producers and business clients, or have both a distributor and an agent. The relationship between producers and distributors will have 3 main dimensions: logistics, financials, and information. Things are easier to agree about on the technical side of logistic issues. The producer company will ship its products to distributors, who will deliver them to final customers. And if something goes wrong, clients will return the product to the distributors, who will send it back to the producers. These procedures are easy to standardize and should be the point of lowest resistance in the relationship between producers and distributors. Things become different when money comes in play. Negotiations about discounts, pricing for the end customer, and payment terms are an ongoing topic that becomes very difficult in most producer-distributor relationships. The easier it is for distributors to replace the firm's products with the ones offered by competitors, the greater the leverage they will have at negotiations. The last aspect we mentioned is information. One of the bigger drawbacks of working with a distributor is they have all your client information. And what is worse, in some situations, they might refuse to share it with you as they consider it their own asset. Every firm wants to know more about its customers, and what if someone else owns that information? Well, obviously, that's a problem. In an ideal world, the relationship between producers and distributors would be flawless. Both parties will value each other, will be determined to share profits in a fair way, and will work together in the long run. The truth is, however, we live in the real world, and producer-distributor relationships are rather complex and require willingness for concessions on both sides.